Welcome to WP Theme Tutorial, episode 63. Today we're going to talk about saving forms with Ajax in WordPress. Now what we have here to start off with is just a basic plugin, and we'll put this up. And all the plugin does is it starts by enqueuing our scripts. You can see I've got some scripts enqueued, and I've got my Ajax non-sync set up and my Ajax URL. And then our form action, or how we're actually saving it, is doing very little except showing us the data it got by sending the post object straight back out. I set up a very simple form with a shortcode. It's got 3 fields in it, 2 inputs, and 1 select box. The big thing we're going to talk about is our JavaScript. I saved forms at first many times, the way we see it in our first example. What we have here is a standard Ajax call in WordPress for posting our data, we're sending our action, sending our nonce, which we'll check with the check Ajax refer, setting our data type, and then sending the values across. That can be fine, and there are lots of very valid uses for it, but forms are not one, and I'm going to show you why. You can see right now I have input 1 and input 2. So if I go back to Firefox, we'll refresh to make sure we're running the latest code, and save. You can see what comes back out, because I just sent my post data back through, is first field and second field, so exactly what I sent in. But what if I want to add my third field? Well, that means I need to go back up, copy, paste it in, third, 3, add it again, put 3. So now we should refresh, save, and you can see I'm getting input 3, value 1. So it's not really that much work for a 3-field form. But what if I have a form with tons of inputs? What if you're running a plugin and people can filter and add inputs in at different points, say at the end or at the beginning of your form? Totally unwieldy, because you don't even know. You'd have to pass the data back by capturing it in your Ajax call, pass it back to your PHP, and then give it access again. But you wouldn't even know what the form inputs are. So how do you know what you can do? So the correct way to do it is using the jQuery form object, which WordPress already comes bundled with. And you can see I have that here. So the first thing you're going to need to do if you're using jQuery form is, you can see in my enqueue, I've enqueued jQuery and jQuery form. That's going to mean that all the jQuery form stuff is set up for me. Now, all I need to do is I'm going to call document on submit my form. So when my form submits, prevent default, so it's not going to do the standard submit stuff. Capture my form action. So you can see my action right there, WPTT form action. And pass in my nonce for security to make sure that I'm not getting a weird submission from somewhere else that shouldn't actually happen, and pass in my action. That's it. And I guess I've passed in my Ajax URL. That's it. I have now captured every possible form field that is in there. So we'll save this and refresh Firefox again. And you can see I have saved every possible form field. WPTT third, value 1 second. So I've got it all. Someone else adds a form field randomly that I'm not aware of, that's totally fine. All I do in my save action is pass all the fields that are in the post object, and then any other plugin or anyone else can filter it and add to it or save them as they need. Thanks for watching.